Gezi, congratulations, off and running here at the World Grand Prix. Wasn't straightforward though. How would you sum that one up?
Yeah, a little bit lucky in the first set. I mean, the 180, 101 out won me that set, and I think personally won me the match, because obviously if he wins that set, his tail's up, my tail's down, and I'm chasing the game. But yeah, it wasn't the best of performances, but I would say get through the first round, I'll improve, and I'm sure I will. This first round is cutthroat, isn't it? And I'm guessing all you in the practice room just want to get through because of the short format. Yeah, I thought it was first to three, and then I watched the first game and I was like, all right, it's not much room for error here. So yeah, doubles to start wasn't very good. Doubles to finish was a little bit better, and my scoring was alright in between. So it was a little bit more room for error in the next round. Is first to three. So I know Christoph didn't play particularly well either against James. So both of us in the same boat. But I know I'll improve. I'll hit my doubles a little bit better and finish a bit better, and I know my scoring game is where it needs to be. Over the years, this is the tournament we've probably seen more shocks in than any other. Obviously, Nathan Aspinall going out the game before you. Does that ever play on your mind when one of the big seeds goes before you? No, I mean, it is cutthroat situation. You know, it's only two sets, and first to three, it's brutal. Like, and it doesn't matter who you are, how good you are. If you slip up a little bit, like for me, I got broke early in the first set. So if I lose that first set, I need to break him to win the match. I mean, as professionals, that's not nice sometimes. But you know, if you win in the first set, then things go easy. But yeah, I think PDC need to just give us a little bit more leeway and just put the format a little bit longer, so it feels a little bit easier, even though it's probably not. It's a tournament you've won before. What would it mean to win this back and catapult yourself into this busy period with a huge title? Yeah, well, I'm defending a final spot, so I'm defending £50,000, 50,000 ranking points, so I need to be in this right till the end. Hopefully I am, and hopefully I can lift the trophy. But yeah, I'm not just defending the final in this, I'm defending a win in the match in the Grand Slam, and I'm defending a semi-final, I think, in the World. So it's a big part of the year, busy part of the year, and I know what I'm defending, but sometimes that added pressure makes me hold my finger out and play a little bit better. On that, it's interesting that you talk about that, because at the moment you're currently sitting outside the top four in the world on the race after the World Championships. Is that a motivation to make sure you're in that top four? No, to be honest, I don't really look at rankings anymore. I look at what I'm defending, and hopefully I can defend those points. If I can't, then I'll try and, like early on in the season, I know I've played pretty well in Europeans and things like that to cover a few things, but yeah, it is what it is. You know, it's I haven't played a lot of events this year. If you look at ProTours and Europeans, I missed out on 4 because I fell out to the European rankings. But you know, once the house is sorted this year, I always promise next year I'm going to hit everything, and the next 2 years hopefully I'll be in every ranking event and win as much money and as much ranking points as I can, and put pressure on those top 3. That cinema room is quite impressive. Yeah, I need to keep winning. Gezi, congratulations.
Gezi, on paper that was the toughest draw you could have had against the world number 9, so to come through that, how much of a platform does that give you now this week?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter if I'm playing Danny or Michael Van Geuren, Michael Smith, anyone. I know the first round's always the toughest one. I could have been playing my daughter and I would still be up against it, because you just don't want to lose. So yeah, I'm happy to come through that one. I've got a tough week. You know, it's I've got to go home tomorrow and back on Wednesday, so it's been a tough week, tough couple of weeks, but I'm looking forward to the rest of this tournament.
Got a good record here past 3 years. Is this a tournament that you feel good coming into, that you really fancy your chances in?
Yeah, I think my game is a little bit up and down at the minute, but I'm playing well. I'm missing chances and giving people opportunities, but as soon as I scrape up on that and start hitting a few more doubles, then yeah, I'll be a little bit more difficult to beat.
Do you feel as though you're ready to do some real damage in the next couple of months at the business end of the season?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, week in, week out, I'm getting better and better, and yes, 3 more months left of this year, and by the end of it, hopefully I'm firing on all cylinders and lifting that trophy back to world number 1 soon, and yeah, fingers crossed.
Okay, cheers, guys. Thank you.
You mentioned that world number 1 spot, Gezi. Is that a real aim of yours for the back end of the year?
Yeah, but as long as I'm doing well and winning tournaments, and it's nice to be world number 1, but everybody's target is the big one at the end of the year, but there's big tournaments before that, and hopefully I can do well in all those, pick up some good ranking points, ease the pressure at the end of the year, and then hopefully it comes a little bit easier.
You talked about keeping an eye on the money that you're defending. How much does that sort of take up in terms of your thinking when you're going into these tournaments?
To be honest with you, I don't think it does. I know what I'm defending, I know what I need to do, but if I don't, then there's another tournament in next week or the week after or the week after that. But yes, it is big pressure sometimes when you're defending, especially in a Grand Slam, 128 or close to 130,000. But apart from that, I'm not bothered really.
The PDC recently announced that the Players' Championship events are going to be going to all midweek. Is that something you see as a positive move?
Yeah, it's a professional game. I mean, if you have to give up work to come and play a professional game and you want to be a professional, that's the way it should be. I just don't agree with Players' Championships in the week and Europeans on the weekend. So you practically don't have a life with that. But, you know, as far as the Pro Tours in midweek, then yeah, I agree with those.